Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Frank, and in this video, I want to talk about the documentary series on Netflix called Mr. McMahon, about the WWE. Mr. McMahon is a 6-part Netflix documentary series that examines the life and career of Vince McMahon, the controversial co-founder and former CEO of the World Wrestling Federation, which soon turned into the World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. The series explores his rise to power, how it all started, the transformation from the WWF to the WWE, and into a global entertainment company. And it also covers, in the last couple episodes, the sexual misconduct allegations that led to his resignation. Now, before getting into the nuts and bolts about the documentary, I do want to mention that I'm not a super huge fan of wrestling, but I've watched it on and off my entire life. I remember when Hulk Hogan was in Rocky III as Thunderlips. I remember in the 80s watching a female wrestler called Attila the Hun, or Queen Kong. She's a female wrestler who was 6'3". She was part of the inspiration when I wrote my Olivia wrestling books, which is Olivia the Queen Bee, Olivia the Tower, and Olivia the Mighty Kraken. So again, I'm not a huge fan of wrestling, but I know of it and I was entertained by this series. One of the first few episodes of the series talks about how Hulk Hogan was one of the first big stars of the WWF. Almost everybody knows about WrestleMania 3 when Hulk Hogan wrestled Andre the Giant. But the one thing I didn't know, because like I said, I've watched it on and off throughout the years, was the WWE's competition with the WCW on TNT. At that time, I wasn't watching wrestling that much. But it was interesting to know that Hulk Hogan left the WWE and went to the WCW. And then later on, Mr. McMahon bought the WCW. Listen, I know it's a documentary, and if you're a big wrestling fan and you've always watched the WWE or the WWF, then you generally know what the outcome is at the end of this documentary series. It's entertaining, it's fun, and it gives you a good insight on the character of Mr. McMahon. The one thing I believe his legacy will be, even though there's a lot of allegations of sexual misconduct, I think his legacy will be a great promoter in the wrestling world. This guy was a good showman, man. It's just too bad it ended the way it did. So now I need to know, have you seen Mr. McMahon on Netflix? If you have, comment below the video and let's talk about it.